Today I'm going to be using some of the oldest makeup in my collection. You can consider this a continuation of my working my way through my entire makeup collection series. I don't even know what day we're on anymore, but here's the next day. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. When I was picking the products that I wanted to use today, I was immediately drawn to my Fenty products. I have quite a few Fenty products and I feel like I haven't used a lot of them recently, so I collected a bunch of Fenty Beauty products, and then I was also drawn to Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I grabbed a few Anastasia Beverly Hills products as well. I will have everything linked down below, assuming things are still available. For example, I don't know if this palette is still available or not. This is a collaboration with BYBEL. I loved this palette, but I couldn't tell you the last time I used it. It's probably been a year since I've used this palette. So we are going to use some of these really old makeup products, and we're going to start with the Fenty Pro Filter Mattifying Primer. For some reason, I'm thinking that they don't sell this anymore, or they're discontinuing it. I don't know. That could be a complete lie. I have no idea, but I couldn't tell you. Oh no. The pump is like literally stuck. I was gonna say I couldn't tell you the last time I used this. Oh my gosh. The product inside the pump was completely dried out, and I had to force the pump down to get the dried primer out of the pump. So that's great. That's probably a sign that I shouldn't put this on my face, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I'm gonna try this primer out, and it still smells good, so it's probably technically expired, but don't do what I'm doing. You know, use products within the recommendation time period. I'm doing this because I don't have a good reason, actually. Before I continue spreading false information, the Pro Filter Mattifying Primer is still available on the Sephora website with no indication that it's being discontinued, so sorry for misleading you, but it feels great on my skin, actually. It doesn't feel overly drying, although it's a mattifying primer. I usually don't love mattifying primers, so I feel like this one actually feels nice. It has a little bit of that slick silicone feel to it, but not too much. I hate the ones that are like almost greasy feeling, even though they're mattifying. This has a little bit of that, but very mild, if you will. For foundation, I'm going in with the Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. This is in the shade 280. Hopefully the shade works for me. I have no idea if it will or not, but let's find out. That is definitely not gonna work. I must have been really tan when I bought this foundation. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Either that, or it's just so old that it's so oxidized that the color isn't right anymore. That's sad. I was excited to use this. I'm gonna go find a different foundation. I will be decluttering this. Usually at the end of these videos, I let you know after a little bit of a wear test if I keep declutter or still want to try the product again before I make a decision on whether I love it or not. So that's going to be a decluttered item because I do not see myself being that tan in the foreseeable future, and this foundation is probably already expired as it is. I definitely got this longer than a year ago. I feel like I'm like exposing myself. I expose myself enough doing my declutters and whatnot, but like I'm like scared to know when I bought that foundation, and it's so sad because I feel like I don't know how much I've actually used of this. Probably not a lot. I've already used this foundation in this series, but it's my only other Fenty foundation, and I don't have an ABH foundation, so we're gonna use the Hydrating Longwear Foundation. This one I believe is being discontinued because there's only like 5 shades left on the website on Sephora, and it's like $13, so it's like way clearanced, more than 50% off. And they're like all out of stock, so I think I'm gonna go in with the lighter one, which is 230. I have 230 and 260, and I think this is the shade that I used recently. I actually really like this foundation, so I'm excited to try it with a different primer than I would usually use. I feel like the primer made it a little bit more difficult to blend out my foundation. It felt like when I was applying it, it was really just like sticking to my skin and not wanting to just blend out quite as easily, which I feel like allowed me to get more coverage out of my foundation. I had to use a little bit more product though, and I feel like it's going to last longer, maybe because of the fact that it's a mattifying primer and it kind of, you know, is clinging onto my foundation. Clinging sounds bad. I don't think it's bad. I just think that the primer, I can already see the primer working well for me. Next, I'm going in with the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. I'm pretty sure that I got this when I bought the foundation and primer, which was a long time ago. Like, I want to say that's like when Fenty like first kind of became a brand. I don't know. I just know these products are old, but I love Fenty. I don't use them enough to justify like having them still necessarily, but hopefully this will allow me to learn my thoughts and see if maybe I should repurchase some of these products. I'm curious to know what the oldest products that you have in your collection are. Like, what are your oldest makeup products that you still use, I guess. I have some old, I have a 10-year-old eyeshadow palette, 11-year-old eyeshadow palette, my original Naked palette. I don't still use it though. These products are definitely a few years old, which again, I'm not recommending that you use old expired makeup. I'm just doing it for the sake of the video. I feel like the concealer actually blended out really well. Now I'm going to set my face with the powder in the shade Butter. This is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder. I have loved this powder for a really long time. I actually had this in my Try It Again basket. I don't remember why, because I'm pretty sure I love this. I have it in the shade Butter and I have it in the shade Lavender. I used to have it in another shade. It was deeper than Butter. I want to say Banana. Could be wrong, but Butter is definitely my shade, and I would say that I have a light skin tone usually. I think it would also work for fair skin tones too though. I'm just combing through my brows now, but I'm gonna come back to them in a second. We're gonna go in with bronzer. I'm using the Shady Biz bronzer. This is the Sunstalker bronzer in the shade Shady Biz. I love this bronzer. I haven't used it in a little while, but I recall absolutely loving this. This is just the small size. I actually have a full size in the shade Deeper. I forget what it's called, but I prefer this shade. This is like my favorite shade, and I've actually used it quite a bit. The embossment of the logo is almost gone, and it's taken me a while to get through this bronzer, even though it's so small. But I love this formula and I love the color. I think it's absolutely fantastic. This next product is where it's gonna get interesting. I'm using the cream blush. This is the Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Blush in the shade Petal Poppin'. I have not used this in a very long time, and I'm pretty sure I bought this when these first came out. This is really pretty, but it's quite pigmented. So let's see, I guess I'm gonna use this angled brush from Blinged Brushes, and I'm just gonna kind of get some product on the brush and then rub it on the back of my hand to hopefully evenly coat it, and then just tap that on my cheek. I'm hoping that this looks okay on top of powder. I haven't used this product in ages, so I don't even remember what my thoughts were on it. I feel like I liked it, but I honestly don't have any recollection of ever using this product. So far it's looking good on my cheek. I love the color. I feel like it is kind of disturbing the powder underneath a little bit. There may be a better way to apply that blush on top of powder. I think it looks good, but I definitely can see my makeup like around the edges of that blush kind of breaking up a little bit. So I just went in with a stippling motion. I didn't like wipe or swipe. I didn't go like this. I just stippled the entire time. So hopefully it ends up looking okay, but I'll definitely update you guys. I think it looks all right, like I said, but definitely not the most seamless blush blend I've ever seen. For brows, I'm going in with the Dip Brow. I have not used a brow pomade in forever. I actually am gonna have to find a brush to use this with, but I am going to comb through my brows. I really need to trim up my brows. They are just absolutely wild at this point. I don't need much filling in, just kind of along the arches of my brows here, just to even them out a little bit. So let me find a brush. I have some on my brush here. This is an E6 from the Rose Gold collection from Blinged Brushes, and I'm just tapping it into the cap, kind of going back and forth like this to get rid of any excess brow product. This one is actually brand new. I'm pretty sure I've definitely used one of these before, so maybe this is a different shade or something, but this is in the shade dark brown, and I'm just going to kind of line the arch of my brow like that, and then blend it into my brow so it's not so harsh. Then I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. This used to be my holy grail brow gel. I still really like it. It works really well for me, but I have other brow gels that I kind of rotate between. I really like the Morphe one. I love the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. That one's probably my favorite clear brow gel, like in this format, but I do still love this one. Somehow the only Fenty highlighter that I still have is this one, this pink one. This is in What a Brat. I used to have one and it was so pretty, and I don't remember what color it was, but it was, I feel like if you guys are like familiar with my collection, you may know, some of you OGs, it was a small one and it was more like a neutral color. I feel like it was kind of like, I don't even know. I don't know. I can't remember what it was called, but I used to love it. So we have this pink one. So I'm just gonna very lightly tap in and apply that to my cheeks. And then we're gonna kind of build the eye look around the highlighter. It actually doesn't look as crazy on my cheeks as I thought it was going to. It looks very pink in the pan. Which it still is pink, but I feel like it's definitely more toned down as far as color goes. It's still very sparkly. This is a chunkier highlight, so if you don't like a actually sparkly highlighter, you would hate this. It definitely has like individualized sparkle pieces in it. For lips, I have two options. I have the Fenty Cream. This is the Gloss Bomb Cream and Fenty Glow. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. It's not the color I'm looking for, so we'll use that a different day. I'm actually going to use a product that is neither Fenty nor ABH. It's Morphe. This is my liquid lipstick in the shade Virgin. I don't know why I said my like that. This is just my personal one of these. But this is the liquid lipstick in the shade Virgin. I used to wear this every single day without fail, and I couldn't tell you the last time that I used it, because I'm a gloss girl now. I don't really wear matte lip colors anymore, but I'm just gonna put gloss on top of this. I am curious, what new makeup releases are you guys most excited for? I am so excited for the new Natasha Denona palette. I ordered the palette and the like cheek trio, I think it's like blush and highlighter. I ordered both of those and paid for expedited shipping, so those should be here very soon. I'm gonna try to film, edit, and upload that review in the same day and get that up as soon as possible for you guys. But yeah, that's like probably what I'm most excited for as of like super like soon launches. But there's quite a few things. I'm also really excited about the Hourglass palettes. I want the one with the elephant on it. There's 3 of them. If you know, you know. There's a tiger, a moth, and an elephant. I want the elephant one so bad. I love the packaging. I love Hourglass and I'm so tempted by it. But yeah, let me know what new makeup releases you're excited for. I'm gonna go in with Cake Shake. This is a gloss bomb from Fenty, and just gonna put that right on top. My camera battery is about to die, but I will be right back so that I can change that. Then we're gonna go in with the Carly BYBEL ABH palette. I am so excited to use this palette. I haven't used it in quite a while, so we'll do something that kind of goes with what we've already got going on. Then we're gonna finish things off with mascara and setting spray, and then I'll do a little bit of a wear test and come back to you guys with the results of my working my way through my makeup collection series. So I zoomed you guys in so that we could do eyeshadow together. I'm gonna prime my eyes with my MAC Paint Pot. This is my go-to eyeshadow primer. I love it so much. This is in the shade Soft Ochre, but Painterly is also incredible if you're looking for more of a pinky undertone. This has much more of a yellow undertone, but they both work great. Those are just the 2 that I've personally used, but they do have a lot of shades. So here's a closer look at this palette. I was so excited when this launched. I loved this palette so much. Let's see, I gotta find some brushes that are actually clean. I don't know where I want to take this look, but I'm thinking I'm gonna start with the shade BYBEL, which is this matte kind of mauve-y shade, and I'm gonna put that through my crease. I'm also gonna pack that in my outer corner as well. Next, I'm gonna take the shade Aura, which is this kind of red, I don't even know how to describe this color, but I'm going to place that on the center of my eyelid. It's so shimmery and sparkly and beautiful. I am obsessed with this shade. And then I'm going to take this shade right here, which is a shimmery kind of sparkly champagne color. And I'm going to put this on the inner corner of my lid. I'm going to use the ABH Dewy Set Setting Mist to set my face. Next, I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lash Brag Volumizing Mascara. Here is the finished makeup look. I'm going to come back to you guys in a few hours with a wear test update, and I will let you guys know my official thoughts on these products and what I am keeping, decluttering, or what I feel like I need to try again. Alright guys, so I am here for the update. Now normally my wear tests and updates are a little bit longer than this. It's only been about 2 hours since I applied my makeup, but I'm just not feeling my makeup today. I feel like it is looking rough, and I think I've made up my mind on at least most of the products that I use today. And it's unfortunate because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be decluttering quite a few. But maybe it is fortunate because these things have needed to go for quite some time. So let's reference my basket of products. Starting off with the primer, I think that this is just too old. I need to get rid of it. It needs to go. I have had this for multiple years for sure. I don't even know how many years, but I'm pretty sure I bought this when Fenty Beauty entered Sephora. So if anyone can tell me when that was, I'm pretty sure that's when I bought this, and it's old. I wish that I liked it enough to keep it, but I don't. I just don't love mattifying primers either. If it was a hydrating primer, you could probably talk me into keeping it even though I know it's old. I just don't love mattifying primers. I feel like my base is looking terrible at the moment, unfortunately. So yeah, not a fan of the primer. The foundation is just too dark for me, the matte foundation, so this is also going to be decluttered. It definitely worked for me at some point, but I also used to go outside in the sun a lot more. I don't really do that as much recently, but that's just gonna have to go. The foundation that I actually used today I will be keeping, although this is getting discontinued, which makes me so sad. I am gonna keep it because I do love it, but I don't think I need both shades. I think I can let go of 260. Today I used the shade 230, and this shade is almost a little bit too dark for me. It's not a perfect match. Definitely a little bit darker than my natural skin tone here on my neck, so I am gonna keep 230 and hopefully use this up, but I will be decluttering the shade 260 because I just don't need it. The concealer is gonna go. This is as old as the rest of the products. Again, I've had this for years, and my under eyes look tragic. Like, they have not looked this bad in quite some time. I don't know if you'll be able to see from there. Oh my gosh, I almost just fell out of my chair. Oh, that just like gave me a terrible flashback. You guys remember when I fell out of my chair? Anyway, the concealer is like completely gone from my lower lash line here. I don't know what happened there, but this is gonna go. I know it's old. This might be a great concealer and I might love it if it, you know, isn't like 2 or 3 years old. I don't even know how old it is. That must tell you something. I feel like it's like 3 years. All those products are probably like 3 years old. So those are all going to be decluttered besides this one. I am going to keep the powder because I really like this powder. I know like my foundation and stuff doesn't look great today, but I do want to keep this and use it with stuff that I know I love, and then that'll be the true test. So technically that's going to be a try again product. So we're keeping it, but we'll make our final decision at a later date. For bronzer, blush, and highlight, I am absolutely keeping the bronzer. I love the bronzer so much. It's so good. Perfect shade. Love it. The blush, I bought this when these cream blushes first came out. I know that this is old, and I don't love the way that it looks on top of foundation. It like completely ate away my foundation underneath. And I did apply it with a brush. Maybe if I applied it with fingers or a beauty sponge, it would have been different, but I am gonna set my face with powder. I just have to set my face with powder, and I prefer cream blushes that work well over powder, which I have some of those, so it hurts me, but I'm gonna declutter it. I think that color is beautiful, but I feel like it's more of a summery type of product, and I'm already feeling the fall vibes, and I just know that I'm not gonna use that again anytime soon, so I might as well get it out of my collection while I can. And then this one also hurts. I feel like this is awful because I'm like decluttering almost every single Fenty product that I own, but it's just because that they're old. This one, however, I used to love this highlighter. It's super pink, super sparkly, shimmery, blinding, but this just isn't my favorite formula anymore. I prefer something a little bit smoother, something with a more champagne or beige undertone. This is just a little bit loud for me personally. I think that these types of products look so pretty on other people. I just know myself, and I'm not gonna be reaching for this. It's just so glittery. Like, it almost looks like a little bit messy. And again, definitely there are people out there that this is meant for. I am just not that person anymore. It used to be me, but it's not me anymore. So I'm gonna declutter this, but please let me know what the best highlighter is from Fenty, because I want to buy a Fenty highlighter because I love highlighter and I love Fenty, but I want like a neutral, like everyday highlighter that I'm gonna love. So let me know which one I should buy. Please, I need advice on that. I'm gonna keep the brow products. I have the Dip Brow and the Clear Brow Gel, both from ABH. I don't really use dip brow type products very often. I feel like my eyebrows are like really dark today because of this product, but I do want to keep it and kind of play around with it a little bit more. I feel like I should probably have like medium brown instead of dark brown, but I still want to try that. So this is going to go into the try again category. The Clear Brow Gel I will be keeping because I do love that Clear Brow Gel so much, and that's just a little mini one, so I know I'll go through it pretty quickly. I'm gonna keep the lip products. The gloss bombs are my favorite. I love these gloss bombs. I usually wear them on their own, and that's like my go-to way to wear them. So I'm gonna keep that. This is in the shade Cake Shake. I also have the Gloss Bomb Cream, which I didn't end up wearing today, but I am gonna keep this and do another look with this. Something a little bit more warm toned, maybe. I don't know. I just felt like this color and my highlighter were not gonna go well together. So that's why I switched over to the Morphe, which I actually don't love the way this color looks on me as much as I used to, which is crazy. All I wear now is Blankety. That's like my go-to pinky nude lip. Blankety from MAC. It's the best pinky nude lip color ever. If I ever came out with a lip color, it would be Blankety or look like Blankety, because that is my favorite shade. I love it so much. Blankety and Honey Love, but Blankety is top tier. Both of those would be incredible. So I am gonna keep this. I do wanna wear it like matte maybe sometime soon. I keep seeing people say like matte liquid lips are coming back, so I don't wanna get rid of it. And I do still like it, but I think that I prefer that color on myself matte instead of like glossy. I don't know. I just feel like it didn't vibe with the rest of my makeup. A lot of stuff didn't vibe with my makeup today, honestly. The eyeshadow palette is another one that kind of breaks my heart, because I used this and I can just tell that these eyeshadows are old. They are so dry, so flaky. They do not perform like they used to, and although my eye look still ended up turning out like cute, this was very difficult to use and it's a mess, and I do not want to reach for this again. So I'm gonna declutter this. It breaks my heart because I loved this palette. I loved it so much, but it's just old. It's old and it needs to go, unfortunately. So we're gonna declutter that one. And finally, we have the Dewy Set from ABH. This almost saved my makeup. This almost saved my base. It made it a lot better, a lot more bearable, but I still didn't end up liking the way my makeup looked today. I will be keeping this though, because I do love this. It's coconut scented, I'm pretty sure. I love the bottle. I think it's so cute. So overall, we did pretty good. I'm decluttering a lot. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Seven products I'm decluttering from today, and they're all high-end. They're pretty substantial products. They're all full-size products. All of these are being decluttered and it breaks my heart, but I need to let them go, and maybe eventually I would replace them, but as of right now, I want to replace the highlighter with a more wearable shade, and maybe I would try something more hydrating from Fenty, like a hydrating primer or something. I don't know, but all of those products are gonna be decluttered. I'm trying 2 products again, and then the rest I am keeping. I have the 3 lippies, the foundation, the brow gel, the bronzer, and the spray. So I'm keeping 7, decluttering 7, and then we're trying 2 products again. This is probably my most successful working my way through my makeup collection until I've used every single product, as far as like ratio for like decluttering products. But I'm also probably decluttering the most like value of products today, so we've hit quite a few records today, if you will. So that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what Fenty highlighter I should buy and what other Fenty or Anastasia Beverly Hills products that I need, like newer stuff, you know. I'm trying to clean out the old and not replace all of it with new stuff, but maybe like a few products here or there. I am excited about some new makeup releases and just trying like new products to me, not necessarily like new makeup releases, but just like even if they've been around for a while, I want to try more from Rare Beauty. I want to try more from Fenty and a few other brands as well. But let me know your thoughts and recommendations down below in the comments. I love you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.